What up, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of the TPJiggy Show. I'm here with my boy Rex.
What's up?
And today we're going to be talking about what we would do if we were the president of the United States. So we each get 5 executive orders, and then
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I only thought of 3.
You good?
I was thinking about. I could probably think of some more, but I got like 3. One of them I talked about with you a little bit before, and then I thought of 2 more.
Okay. So the first thing that I would do, I think you would probably do it too. I don't know. It's not really an executive order, but I'm just releasing like every single secret the U.S. government has. I'm releasing everything we know about like aliens. I'm releasing everything we know about Epstein, JFK. I'm just dropping all the secrets. That's the first thing I'm doing.
I feel like the problem with that is like a lot of the the secrets of our country aren't really our own. Like the CIA is not part of our government, if I'm not mistaken. And I mean that they're so fucking corrupt, and all of their, I don't know if you've looked into that Edward Snowden guy, but he used to work for the CIA, and I mean everything they do is under lock and key. I mean I watched this a couple of years ago. I don't like Joe Rogan personally, but I used to watch his podcast and stuff, and I remember he had an interview with him, and he was saying that like everything they did was under lock and key, like everything. So everything they do is encrypted. Like you could fucking buy a coffee and it would be, something on their database that's encrypted. So it's like when you go, if you were to hack their database, you wouldn't know what to look for. So you could, hack in and then think you're going for one thing and then accidentally get someone's like fucking, what they bought for lunch. Because it's all under like the same shit pretty much. And that's why, dude, that's why fucking, fucking JFK was killed for, in my, this realm of conspiracy, but like, he wanted to, he didn't like the CIA, he was trying to out the CIA, and then fucking, whacked, so,
I guess I would just release everything that wouldn't mess up. Like, I would not release stuff that would mess up foreign relations.
Right,
because
right.
I don't want to get in war over releasing all the secrets. But I feel like there's some stuff the people should just know.
I agree. I think that would definitely ruin a lot of like government control. I think
in a good way.
Definitely in a good way, because I think as of right now, we live under a veil of freedom. Like, we're a lot more free than most other countries. I'd say every other country we're more free than, but still, there's things that we just don't know about, and I guess I would imagine people that run shit think what they don't know can't hurt them.
I got distracted.
No, you're good, bro. I don't know, man. It's complicated, I guess. I love the legislation. I love our laws and stuff. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them. And but man, the people that are in our government are so fucking corrupt. It's insane. I think that probably goes for most governments, though. Because to secure that level of power, you got to be a corrupt son of a bitch. So
type shit.
I think my first executive decision would to be legalize most drugs. I'm not like a big drug user. Just not really my thing. But I do think, in relation to the whole like bodily autonomy thing that people are talking about now, like
bodily autonomy. What's that?
Like you being in charge of being in charge of your body, just with the whole Roe v. Wade situation and shit. Everyone wants to talk about, we should be in charge of how we rule our own bodies, and I agree with that to a degree. I think that there is a line that needs to be distinguished in the sand for sure. But in regards to abortion. But I mean, as far as drugs go, dude, I mean, if someone wants to take the risk and potentially die on drugs, I feel like that's their risk to take. Like, I do understand the allure of drugs and why you'd want to try things. I think everything's better in moderation. I think that
Moderate, yeah.
like, I don't think that doing drugs is inherently bad, but I do think it is bad when you are abusing them. And a lot of drugs are really easy to abuse, like fucking heroin. I mean, shit that just gets you hooked right away. I mean, you can be addicted to heroin after your first fucking dosage. So, but man, what was maybe it was Denmark or something. I think it was Denmark, but there was a country that legalized heroin because there was a huge heroin epidemic, and fucking, I don't know, like 50 some odd percent of the population, like, it's a crazy number. It's crazy. Maybe that's a little exaggerated, but like 40 between like 40 and 50% of the population was addicted to heroin. So they legalized it, made it safer to use, and over a decade later, the heroin abuse went down like to like 5% or something. Like, the people addicted went down to like 5% or something ridiculous. Which is a great thing, but it was because they'd let people come in to these clinics, and they'd supply you with clean heroin, clean needle. They'd let you you had to inject it there, and then wait 15 minutes, because your first 15 minutes is when you're most likely to overdose. And then after 15 minutes is up and you're doing all right, be on your merry way and enjoy your drugs, I guess, and I think our country just has a huge problem with drugs. So I think a really great way to curve that is to legalize them, make them safer. And I think the people that don't want to do drugs won't do drugs, and that's a great thing. But the people that want to do drugs are going to find a way to do them anyway. And that's the same thing with, like, people that are like, oh, abolish the Second Amendment. You're a fucking moron. Like, oh my God, dude. If people want something, they're going to find a way to get it. And this country is like the easiest country to do that. I mean, if you want guns, you'll find a way to get a gun. If you want drugs, you'll find a way to get drugs. Anything you want, dude. People are, going crazy about the abortion stuff, but I mean, people have been figuring out how to do abortions for a long time. I mean, since before it was legalized. So,
so your first one is
legalize drugs, make them safer.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like at the very least, like, weed should be legal.
Definitely, man.
It's not addictive. It's just like, well, you'll see people do it every day, but it's not physically addictive.
Yeah.
It's just, it becomes a part of your daily routine. Really.
I agree. Yeah, it doesn't have like innately addictive properties, but it definitely, I mean, if you're someone that is, gets into habits, and you have like an addictive personality, yeah, you'll totally get hooked on weed. And you get people that smoke so much fucking weed that if they don't have weed in that day, they're gonna be like, you don't want to talk to them because they're so bitchy.
Yeah, I think people, like, they just don't want weed to be legal, really, because there's so much money in America that's just given towards prescription drugs and like opioids.
Oh my God, dude, that's a huge fucking. I hate our, like, our psychiatric system and how ready we are to prescribe drugs, like, to anyone, dude. I mean, I used to be prescribed a medication for a bunch of different shit, and like, dude, ruined my life for a long time. I mean, like, the best part of my life has been getting off of prescription medication. I guess, like, I understand why some people would want to, and maybe you do have imbalances and whatnot. But dude, I don't know. I mean, I definitely have imbalances, but like, I'd rather fucking thug it out and, figure out what works for me. I mean, my whole thing is I want to work for myself and do better for myself. And dude, if you're not someone that like wants to improve yourself, the medication's not going to be your end all be all. It's not going to be the thing that saves you. You have to want to make that change yourself. So I think that would be actually a change I would want to make too, is just how snappy we are to fucking prescribe medication. It's insane, man. Like, dude, how are you going to tell a 12-year-old that they need to be, on however many pills? Like, oh, you need to be on an antipsychotic and an antidepressant and, anxiety meds and blah, blah, blah. Like, the whole fucking rigmarole. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, I have pretty bad anxiety, but my anxiety, it's a hole that I dug myself into, really. So like, I'm trying to fix it by myself, really. I don't want a pill to help me.
Dude, I think that's the best route you can take. I think that's really the best route you can take. I'm gonna do my first executive order though.
Mm-hmm. My first one, I didn't want to like interrupt the flow of the conversation.
No, you're good, bro.
My first one, I'm just gonna put a freeze on government expansion. I feel like
that's your second one, by the way.
Oh, second one?
Yeah, remember you were talking about releasing private information.
Oh,
secret shit.
I guess that's not an order. That'd just be something I do. Yeah, my first one's just put a freeze on all government expansion. It's already way too big. And my mom, she used to work for the VA. I told her that would be something I would do. And she's like, well, it's like hard if you can't get some new people in there, really. But I don't care. Like, it's already too big, and that's why taxes are so bad. So I'm putting a freeze on that.
Taxes are fucked, man. I hate taxes. I honestly, like, I've talked to my my booba a lot about this, because she's a mortgage broker, and I mean, like, we've talked about taxes a lot, just because, I mean, everything you do is taxed, everything you buy is taxed, everything you sell is taxed. I mean, every fucking penny you earn is taxed. It's fucking crazy. I don't know. I hate taxes. I think it's really corrupt, especially when you live in an urban environment like fucking Milwaukee or Chicago or really any fucking city, dude. Your taxes are going nowhere. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been to a fucking inner city school. Shit sucks, bro. It's terrible. The roads are terrible. The money's not going to the roads. It's not going to the schools. Everything they say it's going for or going towards, I mean, it's observable. It's obviously fucking not,
Yeah, that's my second thing. I would do like a tax restructuring thing. So what I would do with taxes, I mean, you need taxes to improve stuff, I guess. But what I would do is like, so first of all, it's a flat tax to everyone. I think, like, when I talk to people who are Republican, I'm like, well, it's bad that they give tax cuts to the rich because that's just not fair. And they're like, well, it improves the economy. But I think the rich people, really, they're just pocketing a lot of the money they save.
Definitely.
So
I mean, that's how a lot of scams are run. Like with Bill Gates. I don't know if you've heard about this, but recently, Bill Gates fucking started his charity, like the Bill Gates charity organization or whatever it's fucking called. But I don't know if you know how charities work, but legally you're only you can get away with not giving away the charity money. You're only required to give away a certain percentage based on how much you earn, I guess, or how much is put into it. Typically it's like somewhere between 5 and 10%. But that other 90-95% pockets, it's filling people's pockets. So that's why I don't give the charity unless I've done a lot of research on it and I think it's a good charity to give to. But typically, like, would you like to give $1, when you fucking pay for something? Would you like to give $1 to help blah, blah, blah? And no. Like, if I'm going to give to charity, I'll give to an organization of my choosing that I think is more reliable. Dude, Bill Gates, his whole thing, like, he talked about how he's giving away all of his wealth and putting it into a charity fund. He put it into his own charity fund that again, only has to give away a certain percentage, and the rest is going to end up fucking going to his kids. I mean,
yeah,
like, and whatever, you know, like, I think, like, obviously, like, I understand wanting to pass down your wealth to your kids. I think that's, like, fucking the realistic thing to do, but it's going to be untaxed because it's charity. So, and that's how they get away with fucking not paying taxes.
I'm too nice with that stuff. Whenever they ask me, like, you want to donate to this, I'm like, yeah, I guess. And then one time I was outside of Popeyes, and like some guy was asking for money. Well, he was asking someone to buy him food, and I got him food, cause I mean, at least he's not spending it on drugs or whatever. But yeah, I bought him food, so my friends were calling me soft. But I mean,
nah, bro, I don't think that's a soft thing to do at all. I think it's, you know, that's a general kindness towards fellow man, and I think that's a good quality to have.
At least it was food.
Yeah, I agree, dude. I always think it's a fucking problem when I mean, again, like, Milwaukee is fucking, oh god, Milwaukee's fucked, bro. You know, I've been down in like, even in Third Ward, which is a nicer area. You know, a homeless dude was like, hey man, you know, can I get some cash, blah blah blah. I'm like, nah bro, but like, you know, we're about to go out to eat. If you want, you can come with us. You know, I'll buy you lunch.
That's nice.
And he's like, man, what the fuck am I gonna do with lunch? Like, I'm like, all right dude, fuck, starve bro. Fuck you. You know, it's like, you clearly want that money for something that you shouldn't be spending that money on. If you're fucking, you're homeless and you don't want to eat, okay dude, right. Like, that's whack.
The other thing for the taxes, I would like flat tax, and then I would restructure it so 50%, I'd say like 50% of your taxes, you can actually pick and choose where you want to put the money, and then the other 50%, like, the government will figure out what to do with it. Because I feel like if you let people choose entirely what they want to do with it, a lot of stuff will get messed up, to be honest. Like, I feel like there would be a lot of people not giving money to the cops, and personally, like, it's not that cops are bad people. There's like great people who are cops.
I agree.
But I think cops are the foot soldiers of a system that's corrupt.
I agree.
So the role they're playing is bad, really.
Yeah, dude, I think a lot of our public service shit is pretty flawed.
What do you think when you see like the Blue Lives Matter flags?
Fuck that, bro. You know, I'm definitely more conservative. You know, I'm definitely like right wing, I guess. You know, I don't like I don't identify myself with a particular party or anything, because, I mean, honestly, they're all pretty corrupt. And they all just, I mean, they play pretty much the same side, you know, except for a few like fundamentals, but really it's like this false binary. You know, you're tricked into thinking that one side is better than the other, and that you have to pick a side. Like,
it's a power struggle.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense. I mean, it's a charade, bro. So, you know, I'm not gonna say like, oh, I'm Republican, I'm Democrat, I'm Libertarian. Like, that's fucking moronic. It's really dumb.
I lean towards the left because, I mean, at least they care about the ecosystem more. Like, but I don't know. But
dude, how long has the left been talking about the ecosystem and how much of it has changed? I mean, really,
fat minute.
Dude, I mean, since probably late 60s, early 70s, like the ecosystem's been something that has been, you know, a real point of contention for the left, and nothing's changed. I mean, you can talk about global warming and blah blah blah. I mean, but I think there's probably more to that than we know, and that's why I don't take a strong stance on it, because I don't know what I don't know, man, and it's really hard to find reliable sources. You get a lot of people that are like, well, according to this study that was independently conducted by this organization that's funded by whatever side wants this idea pushed. So, you know, I think I usually take a stronger stance on things that I can
control or have an influence on.
Not even that, but things that I can directly prove or disprove myself, and things that, you know, are more observable, you know.
So I don't mean to like backtrack, but bro, when I see the Blue Lives Matter flags, it's like, okay, obviously
it's really gay.
It's just like,
pardon me.
It's just like, okay, so it was a thing before the Black Lives Matter movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it got a lot more popularized after that. And it's like, it happened after the George Floyd incident, right? So, like, Rex, let's say you get murdered by a shark, right? And then I show up to your funeral and I'm like, well, guys, like, the sharks' lives matter too. Like, the sharks have lives too, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta worry about the sharks too. That is so stupid, bro.
Yeah.
That is so stupid.
I agree. Yeah, again, it's being postured up, and it, dude, the timing obviously wasn't a coincidence. Why do you think so the left now has a martyr for their cause, George Floyd. What do you think it was fucking coincidence that now Blue Lives Matter is way bigger now? And it's like, oh, well, dude, again, it's that false binary. It's like, you need to have a side. You're either Black Lives Matter or you're Blue Lives Matter. And it's like, I'm not an all lives matter guy. I'm not an anyone matters guy. I'm like, I care about being a good moral person. I'm religious. And I just want, you know, goodwill unto man. I try to do my best to be a good person, and I don't identify myself with particular groups, because no offense, only stupid people do that. You're doing research that will always help prove your side and what you believe, and I think that's the wrong way to do it. I mean, that's not very scientific. Is that a dog?
Where?
In that window.
I don't know.
It's weird. All right. Anyway, yeah. I mean, you're gonna, dude. If you want to believe something, you'll find a way to believe it. You'll find something that proves the point you're trying to prove. Again, independently conducted fucking studies by group that is funded by whoever, you know, whatever side wants to push this fucking agenda. The left does it, the right does it, they all do it. So you've got to be more independent. You have to be free thinking. You have to be a critical thinker.
Objective.
Yup. Dude, we are all capable of deductive reasoning. It should be something that people prioritize more, definitely.
Yeah, with like, I don't know, anytime you divide, like if you make something where it's like, this side's right and this side's wrong, I feel like that's stupid. Like with religion, I'll see like Catholic, like, I don't even know what I am religiously. I'm just more spiritual, I guess. But it's like Catholic people would think if you're a Muslim, you're going straight to hell.
Right.
Bruh, you think like an all-knowing God would send someone to hell just because they're part of one religion, that they probably are part of that religion due to a geographical location or what their family practice? Like, that's dumb. Like, why would God be petty? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I think that's the problem with a lot of religion, is just how dogmatic it can be.
What's dogmatic?
Like, follow the rules. Like, it is exactly what it says, you know, and if you break these exact fundamentals, you're going to be punished, whatever. I like in Judaism, I mean, fucking, we don't believe in hell, so
For real?
yeah.
I think honestly the best way to live, like, I think the best people are like, if someone's atheist and they're still a good person, that means they're being a good person just to be a good person.
I agree, yeah.
Like, I'll talk to Christian people or Catholic people or whatever, or any religion, and it's like, well, why are you not doing that? And they'll say, well, I don't want to go to hell, or I'm trying to get to heaven. If you do anything where it's like, you're doing a good thing with the expectation that a good thing will come back to you, that's flawed. Because that's not how the world is.
Yeah, I agree. There's I'm trying to remember. There's like this proverb in Islam that's like oh man, I'm trying to remember. But I thought it really it was really insightful, but it's, you know, it's like pretty much like, you know, like it's okay to pray for yourself, like, oh, and hope good things come to you and stuff, but like better things will come to you when you're praying for, you know, praying for someone else. Like you should be wishing good into other people's lives, and more good will come to you. And honestly, I mean, I really agree with that. I think dude, honestly, I've said honestly a lot.
No, you could.
But I really believe that the more good you do in this life, the better off you'll be. I mean, you'll be a happier person. I think when I do good deeds, I typically feel good. I feel good about myself, and it's not like a high and mighty, man, I did a good thing. It's like I feel like that person is going to have a better day now because of what I've done, and I try to be, you know, a pillar of support for people that, you know, that need it. And you know, I don't turn my back on people. You know, I think there are times when you do that. I think there are times when you need to cut people out and be like, all right, you're unhealthy to be around, or, you know, I've tried to help you, and you're going down the same path over and over again. And that's when it's like, all right, either we're not friends, or I need to distance myself from you. But I mean, dude, I think no one's beyond reformation. No one, like, anyone can come back and better themselves. And
I think that's what I try to do. I just try
most people, you know what, I fucking I think this is my second executive decision.
Let's get back to
death penalty.
You're getting
pro
rid of it?
Death penalty. Super pro death penalty.
I'm kind of anti-death penalty, because I feel like if you kill someone, I feel like, well, yeah, you deserve bad stuff to happen to you, but I think you gain a lot more from having a life sentence and just you sit in jail and just have to think about what you did.
And then our taxes are paying to support those people. Fuck them. Dude,
I didn't think about it like that.
If you're a serial killer, a serial rapist, a pedophile, death. Yeah. Dude, let Hashem fucking sort that, bro. I mean,
what's Hashem?
God. Sorry, it's Hebrew for God.
Oh, okay.
There's different words. It's in Islam there's a bunch of different names for God as well, but they all lead back to Allah. It's the same thing with Hashem. Except there's a holy name. It's Yahweh. You're not supposed to say it, but honestly, I don't exactly. I'm not the perfect Jew, bro. And I haven't done everything right, so it's okay.
I feel you.
But you know, I think Judaism is pretty understanding of that too, though. Like the only like Christianity or Islam, there are different sects of Judaism. You know, you obviously have like more conservative, devout, like do it this particular way, like, you know, like Catholics. I mean, I guess like the I don't know, in Judaism, Catholicism would be like the Hasidics. I mean, they're like very devout and like obviously no tattoos, you know, eat kosher, like I used to eat kosher. I don't eat kosher anymore. I've got tattoos, I've got piercings. I live as a more like a liberal Jew, I guess, like not politically, but like just in terms of how I follow my religion. I think like, I don't know, I don't think God is gonna hate me for having a tattoo or for having my ears pierced. Like, I think he more cares about me being a good person and doing good in this life and trying to help people. And maybe I'm wrong, but you know, I'll take that risk, I guess.
I just try not to judge people really. That's what I try to do.
That's not for us to do.
Or be positive. Like if I see just little stuff, like if I see someone and they have a cool shirt, I'll be like, cool shirt, dude.
Right.
Or something like that. And when I see people like, I don't know, when I see people tweaking, like a lot of people would take out a phone and record them. I'm like,
fuck no.
Well,
come
I'm
on,
like,
bro. How's that gonna help?
It's not helping. I'm just like, oh, that dude's tweaking. Like, whatever. I'm not gonna be able to fix it. So.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, that's probably the best thing to do is not get involved. Or if it is something, I mean, you can. That is like a circumstantial situation. Like, if you can help them, help them. If you can't, stay out of it. But dude, the worst thing you can do to someone that's like having trouble, like they're fucking going crazy on drugs, or they're just like freaking out, like, you know, yelling at people and stuff, dude, the worst thing you can do is like fucking document it for views. Like, who are you? You know, I don't know. I try not to be judgmental. I think the little lightning bug, it's crawling on the windshield.
My dad told me he was in the military, and he told me what they would do is they would like get lightning bugs and smash them on their hands, so then their hands were glowy and they could like look at maps and stuff.
That's fucking wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder how effective that is.
He told me it worked.
We'll give it a shot sometime.
I don't know. I don't like to kill bugs. I used to step on them a lot. Well, okay. I'll kill bugs if they're in my house.
Yeah, I agree.
Then they're invading my privacy. Like flies.
Fuck them, bro.
The loud ones. It's like, bro, like, why are you around me? You're already in my house. You have my entire house to explore, but you choose to be in the room that I'm in. Like,
I'm sure that's something they're thinking about too.
And they're hella hard to kill too. They're so hard to kill.
Yeah.
Because they have like they have really good vision. All right, let's get back to the executive orders.
Yeah, so
I'm trying to
I did two. I know my third one.
What's your third one?
It's the one we talked about.
I mean, I disagree with it, but you could talk about it. Like, I'm not gonna try to change your mind, but
that's okay.
You
probably wouldn't be able to change my mind anyway. I feel like this is something I'm pretty stubborn on. Yeah, and not all jobs, I guess. So, dude, I shed so much.
I'm gonna keep this.
Hold on to it for me and think about me when you hold it. So I want to make this distinction before I even say it. Not all federal jobs, okay? But I think that women should not be active service public servants. So like police officers, firefighters, active duty military. I think all of that, no offense, women are not built to do. They're not built to do it. And I think it's really dangerous. And I think that, you know, I am all about preserving our women and keeping them safe. I have a very traditional view of what a man and woman should be. And I think that, dude, men are built to protect women. We are bigger, we are stronger, we are more decisive in high intensity situations. Again, I think all of this is observable. And we shouldn't deny that. I think that denying that is to deny our women's safety. As much as I might talk shit about women sometimes for you know, societal flaws, like being, you know, hoish and stuff. I mean, men do the same thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, we all have problems, but I don't think that we should be putting women in super dangerous situations. So just as here, I'll just give a couple examples and be with it as you will. But I think that, all right, so you have a house that is on fire. Say it's an apartment building. One of the residents of that apartment building is 300 pounds. Now,
fatty,
big boy, big hunker boy, okay? This is on the third level of the building, and you're gonna have to fucking carry him down. Firemen or firefighters carry 80 pounds of gear between their air tank, their coat, pants, boots, your gloves, your mask, all of it. 80 pounds of shit on your body, on top of whatever you weigh already. So on average, girls are gonna be, like 5'4" to 5'8" typically, and weigh anywhere between 130 to 170. And again, their physiology is different than ours. We have broader shoulders, more muscle mass, denser bones. We are built to do heavy lifting and things that require strength. Again, this is no offense to women. I know a lot of great female athletes, and all respect to them. But even like your average guy that like lives a semi-active lifestyle is more athletic than super jacked chicks.
Yeah, I get what you're saying on this stuff, but I think really it shouldn't be a gender distinction. I think it should just be based on ability.
Okay, so why do women have different ability requirements?
That's dumb. That's like, it shouldn't be different.
But the reason it's different is because women can't do what men can do. So again, and I'm not trying to be offensive to anybody, but again, let's say this girl weighs 160, and that's on the higher end of like, physical capabilities given that weight. 160 plus your 80 pounds of gear, plus this fucking 300-pound guy that you're gonna have to drag out. Dude, it's impossible. She's going to die. And all of you that are on the side of, well, come on, man, just let her try. It's like, you killed that woman. You killed that woman and that man, and you can live with that because she's dead now, and so is he, and you're the one who said it was okay for her to fucking put her life at risk like that. Now, I'm not saying that women shouldn't have the choice to fucking risk their lives or whatever. Like, dude, I think anyone can choose to do what they want. But dude, the women that are physically capable of doing crazy shit like that are in the fucking top like 0.5%. I mean, there are minimal amount of women that can do that. And typically they're on fucking roids. I mean, if they like, and that's just what it is. And it's the same with as another example for the police, and just for the sake of being concise, what is a woman going to do beyond a traffic stop? Okay, a traffic violation. She pulls a guy over, and hey, you were going 10 over, 15 over, whatever, here's your ticket, blah blah blah. What is she going to do beyond that? What if this guy is aggressive? Well, nah, man, I didn't go over 15, whatever, like whatever the fucking reason's gonna be, and he gets aggressive with her. Okay, maybe she has a taser. What if this guy is off of meth, and that gives you a resilience to being tased, and a resilience to pain, like to pain in general. Your pain tolerance goes up. What is she going to do if that guy gets out of the car and starts battering her? And like what? Maybe she has a partner with her, or fucking God forbid she didn't, because she'd be dead. And that's the thing. Like, if you have a female officer, her partner's gonna need to be a guy. You're not gonna have two female officers that are gonna be able to handle that situation.
I get what you're saying on this stuff, but like, I get your point. I just think it should be an ability thing. And yeah, like physically, men can do a lot better with certain things than women, but you shouldn't make it based on gender. I think it should just be ability based. But I get what you're saying on this. I'm gonna do, I don't even know what number this is. This one's gonna be
your third, I think, or second or third.
Oh, it don't matter. This one's very, 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 very spicy.
Ooh, a little bit of sass.
I'm getting rid of the Constitution.
Oh, fuck off!
Out the window.
You fucking cunt.
Okay, because I get that it's a living document, but it's just outdated. I love the way the U.S. government set up, or how it was supposed to be set up. A third of the power here, third of the power here, third of the power here. But at this point, bro, it's probably like, I'd say like 70.
So what are you gonna replace it with?
A new one, new constitution. Because think about it, Rex. New constitution, because they were slave owners. It was just a different time, bro. If someone comes up to you today and he's like, if a dude wearing a powdered wig comes up to you today and is like, your fit's trash, are you gonna take it seriously? Hell no, because he's wearing a powdered wig. I'm not letting...
Society was different, bro. You're talking about like, well, they couldn't account that muskets would turn into AR-15s and that we'd be doing, like, come on, bro. Obviously, fucking society has changed over the past 200 years. I mean...
That's what I'm saying, new constitution.
Dude, there are fundamentals that cannot be changed, and I think if we were to write a new constitution that... Dude, I mean... What would your constitution look like?
I would keep a lot of the stuff, really. I would keep freedom of speech. I'd keep...
Yeah, but freedom of speech to what end? Are you still allowed to...
You say anything.
Insult people? Okay, so it's the same exact freedom of speech. You can't incite violence. You can't threaten people. Everything else is on the board.
No, I'm saying you can incite violence.
Okay, so anything. You can be like...
You just say anything.
Guys, go to the Capitol building and fuck shit up.
I mean, that was bad, but that's still freedom of speech. Like, you can say, it was bad that he did that, bro. It was bad that he did that.
I mean, he didn't explicitly say that, but listen, again, as a more right-wing guy, they're all corrupt. I'm sorry for anyone. I used to be someone that was like, this Trump guy has got it, got some things understood. Dude, he is definitely just as corrupt as all of them. They're all fucking morons and playing you like fiddles, and he's a comedian, so he's really good at it. I personally believe that he definitely incited violence.
Yeah, he did.
You don't have to explicitly say something like, what did he say? It's like, I don't know, it was like, let your voices be heard, show them. I fucking don't even remember, bro. It was funny though. I mean, he's hilarious. He's a comedian. He knows how to ruffle feathers and fucking get under people's skin.
He's funny.
But that's pretty much it. I mean, I feel like that's the only reason at this point to like him is
he's funny.
He's funny as fuck.
He's a funny dude. He's so funny. But that's another thing I'm doing. I'm lowering the age requirement to 18. That could go south.
To what? Or like for what?
For anything, any political office. Like, that could go south, bro, because knowing America, we're going to end up with, like Charlie D'Amelio.
I was going to say, like, don't you think there should be, a certain level of life experienced and knowledge gained? I mean, most of these people have been through either law school or they're political science major. What political science, stupid as fuck. If you're majoring in that, you're a waste of space. But these people have dedicated their lives to politics and
check what time it is. I don't want to hold you.
The upholstering of legislation. It's 4:30. We're good.
So like 10 more minutes.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. I get what you're saying. Now let's make it fun. So if you're the president, who's your vice president?
Any girl.
Okay.
Any girl I want.
My vice president.
Oh no, I know. I mean, not any girl.
Lady.
I'm like saying like.
Well, what about first lady?
Yeah. So who's gonna be my wife? If I could pick any wife.
I don't know. I mean, no, that's kind of rapey, low key. Vice president.
You said let's make this sassy.
Vice president, bro. The base
LeBron
god,
James.
No. The base god himself.
Fuck. Oh my god, dude.
Lil B, the base god, is gonna be my vice president. I don't care, bro. It would be.
I'm sure our country would be in safe hands.
Bro, honestly, I think saying like after oh, I forgot, that was like a really important executive order. We talked about this. So like Christmas tree legislation, where it's like okay, so it's one main bill, and then the other legislators will hang stuff that they propose off of it that has nothing to do with the main bill. That's dumb, because then the politicians can say, oh, I got this passed. You didn't really get it passed, bro. You just hung it off someone else's work. That's dumb. You should pass one thing at a time. One thing at a time. You know what I'm saying?
Say that again?
So like, let's say I'm a legislator, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my bill is like, let's say I'm protecting the bees, like bee protection, right? And then someone else will hang something off of it that's like, let me try to think of an example. Like this, like I'm outlawing Kinder eggs because kids can choke on the toys. What does that have to do with bees? But that's still something that happens in America.
Right.
So you just gotta pass one thing at a time.
Yeah, I agree with that mostly, unless it's like in addition to, so it's like, okay, I'm passing this law, but these are, other amendments in addition, because we want this law to be as concise as possible. So it's like, if I'm I'm pro-gun, but let's say we're outlawing guns, but only certain types, we would, add additions to that to be like, okay, this is what's not allowed, what's not allowed, what's not allowed.
Yeah.
Just so it's as concise as possible, and you can't say, well, I didn't know this, or it wasn't clear enough. So, I understand if it's something that's completely unrelated, sure, totally. But if it relates to the law that's being passed, that makes sense to me. If you're again, just to make it more concise.
Let's get back to the fun stuff. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying though, as long as it's somewhat related.
So my vice president, man, I've never fucking taken a single second to think about this.
Snap decision. 3, 2, 1.
Dude, no, I can't. I feel like it would actually require thought, or else I'd say Lil B the bass god.
I'd put thought into that, because
oh my god, Tony, what are you thinking?
Bro, you doing this, bro? I don't really think. I kind of like, even when I talk, I just let words flow out of my mouth.
And that's how we got Lil B as a fucking vice president. That's good.
He's literally the based god, bro. I want based people. Treasurer. Well, I was gonna. This is like super disjointed, bro. Like, because my mind just flows everywhere. But I would stop, like, trade. You know how like someone will get locked up overseas for something, like weed possession, and we'll trade them people we have in our prisons for that. That was dumb, bro. Cause you saw, okay, like the Brittany Griner thing. So she's like a WNBA player.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
And she got locked up in Russia for having weed.
Smoking dope.
Like that's on her, bro. And we traded literally someone called the Merchant of Death to get Brittany Griner back. And like, I actually kind of respect the WNBA. It's like, people clown on it, but you're still making thousands of dollars to play a sport.
Yeah, I'm pro WNBA. I just think don't get mad that the NBA makes more money than you and you don't get paid fairly. It's like you get paid per viewer. So
yeah, sorry
you don't have as many viewers. It comes down to that level of athleticism. It's the same reason why, dude, I'm an MMA guy. Dude, I watched a fight where and this was like just a couple months ago, or maybe last year, like the end of last year or something. But like a trans fighter who went from male to female fought a biological female, and I mean, rocked her shit, man. It was bad. So, and it was a disgusting fight to watch. And there should be no such thing as a fucking co-ed league. That's insane. You should not have men and women competing against each other physically, because that is, again, you're not preserving women, you're not keeping our women safe, and that's fucking insane. So
yeah, the Brittany Griner thing, it just made me upset because, I mean, it's her fault. She brought weed to Russia, bro. Like,
100%, bro. I agree.
Like, one of the coaches,
you know, okay, if you're going to another country, you should be at least somewhat knowledgeable in what the rules and regulations of that country are, and if you break their laws, dude, that's your fucking fault. Dude, it's the same as if you were to break laws here. It's not like that comes with no consequences. You can't assume that you're going to get a bailout just because you come from the most powerful country in the world. That's mental.
Bro, yeah, one of the, like, with the Brittany Griner thing, one of the WNBA coaches was like, if LeBron was locked up, America would be on it. Like, of course, bro, that's Bron. Bro, it literally, even if Bobby Portis got locked up overseas, I'm dropping everything I'm doing right away to go free Bobby Portis, bro. I will single-handedly take down the government. I just love him. He's like a role player on the Bucks, but he's just really funny because his eyes are just really big, and he'd be like staring, and he's just a goat. And anytime he does something, like at the Deer District, like, just people be Bobby. It was just lit, bro. Like, I love Bobby Portis. I will literally cause World War III if Bobby Portis gets locked up. But yeah, that's. Would you think you would have any scandals as a president?
Oh man, probably. I mean, dude, I have scandals now. I mean, like, people think I'm controversial as it is, so I think yeah, it's probably likely not for anything like that, you know, typically happens, like fucking, you know, like, I'm not gonna you know, embezzle money or like cheat on my wife, or something like degenerate, you know. I'm not gonna do that. But
like Bill Clinton.
Yeah, like Bill,
bro.
Degenerate. Bill Clinton's a degenerate. Anyway.
That's dumb, bro. If I'm the president and I have a first lady, like, I'm just gonna have sex with my wife in the Oval Office. Like, why would I have a scandal? Because,
dude, if you're getting married, just be faithful. Just be faithful. Build your family, be fruitful and multiply, have children, be a good man. Dude, it'd probably be for something I said, and they'd be like, well, he said this, and that's not okay.
Cancel culture is not real, bro. If cancel culture is real, like, why is Chris Brown and Rick Ross still popping artists? Like, Chris Brown beats women, and Rick Ross literally said, Put Molly on her champagne. She didn't even know it. Bro, like, how, like, and he gets like Drake features, bro. Like, what? How, like, cancel culture is not real because they're still popping, bro.
It's real for who they want it to be real for. I mean, I'm sure those guys probably, you know, paid their tolls and you know, made sacrifices to stay in the industry and stuff, and had to be humiliated and whatever. But I mean, dude, I can name a lot of people that have been canceled for things they say and are completely deplatformed and don't exist. So, and I like some of them. So,
all right, you wanna wrap it up then? Give the people some words of wisdom.
Some words of wisdom from me.
Yeah.
I recommend just be a good person. You know, I think if you're not religious, do what you think is right. Even religious people are flawed, so I mean, the best thing you can do is you know, I think there's time for confrontation, there's time to be aggressive. I think there's also time to stand back and let shit happen. You don't have to be involved in every single thing. You don't have to identify yourself with every single movement. Just be a good person. I would really focus on staying healthy, staying active, you know, acting scholarly. Try to, you know, grow not only your body but your mind as well, and you know, shift your perspectives, try to have a greater understanding, because we only have so much time in this world, and do the most with it as you possibly can, and and try to be understanding of other people. I think oftentimes people are more nuanced than we give them credit for, and you really shouldn't judge books by their cover. You really should, before you're so snappy to assume that you understand someone's whole life, try to understand them, and maybe you'll even grow to like them, and you'll make a new friend, or at least change your perspective on any given topic.
That was good. That was really good. Good stuff.